Hello everyone, this is my second English video. First of all, I just want to say that I'm so appreciative and grateful for your comments and the good words that you sent me in private. And if you need anything, I got your back. Today, I will present a brief overview of Heterophyes heterophyes, a small intestinal trematode. Heterophyes heterophyes is a small fluke, usually measuring about 1 to 1.7 millimeters in length and 0.3 to 0.4 millimeters in width. It infects human and other fish-eating mammals. Okay, humans are, kind of the definitive host, but other fish-eating mammals like dogs and cats are called reservoir hosts. The definitive host and reservoir host are the same. They both happens, or the sexual reproduction happens in both of them, but in humans we call it definitive host, but in other mammals or in other animals we call it reservoir host. This is the difference, but both of them have kind of the phase which the parasite reproduce sexually in. The parasite is commonly found in regions around the Middle East, parts of Africa and Asia. Okay, we do live in Egypt, so Egypt is a part of Africa and Asia at the same time. So and we're part of the Middle East, so it is here. Morphology. I'm not going to dig deep in morphology because I said earlier that I dedicate separate videos for morphology. But here is a brief summary of its morphology. It's leaf-shaped. It looks like a leaf and covered with fine spines. It possesses two suckers, oral and ventral suckers. It allows it to attach to the intestinal mucosa. Well, Heterophyes heterophyes, habitat, or just the place it habitat is the small intestine, specifically in the villi of the small intestine. Heterophyes heterophyes is a hermaphrodite. It contains both male and female reproductive organs. We're going to talk about its life cycle. Okay, it has its life cycle, has three hosts. First of all, we're going to talk about the definitive host. As I said earlier, it's human and fish-eating mammals. And fish-eating mammals are called reservoir hosts or reservoir hosts, okay? The adult fluke lives in the small intestine, the villi of small intestine. Its intermediate host is a snail, which is called Brinella conica. The second intermediate host is fish. And fish, we're going to talk about some types of fishes which are called tilapia and mogul. Okay. There is the infective stage. The infective stage is the stage which infects human. This stage is called incited metacercaria. The incited metacercaria lives in the muscles of the fish. The mode of infection is when the humans, or when we humans, eat raw or uncooked fish, which is infected by the worm. Has the incited metacercaria in its muscles. So we are infected by the incited metacercaria. We're going to talk about pathogenesis and clinical features. Most infections are asymptomatic, especially when the worm burden is low. However, heavy infections may cause intestinal disturbances, including abdominal pain, diarrhea, and mucosal inflammation. In rare cases, eggs may enter the bloodstream and become lodged in ectopic sites, such as the heart, brain, or spinal cord, leading to serious complications. Diagnosis. Okay, we can establish, or we can know that this patient is infected by the heterophyes by the stool examination. In the stool examination, we find eggs. We find mature eggs of heterophyes in the stool sample. Those eggs are small, oval, and operculated. Here we're going to talk about prevention and control. Avoiding consumption of raw or uncooked fish, properly cooking or freezing fish to kill metacercaria or insider metacercaria, improving sanitation to prevent contamination of water sources with human feces, controlling snail population in endemic areas.